This is the Mini 3 Plus battery, giving a specified maximum flight time of 47 minutes. Standard battery gives you a specified flight time of 34 minutes. In practice, you'll be lucky to get 36 to 38 minutes out of this Plus battery, but that is still around 10 minutes more than you're going to get with a standard battery. But what makes it interesting is that you can't actually buy this battery in the UK or Europe through the usual official channels. DJI have restricted its sale to stop us buying it. So today I'm taking a quick look at why they've done that, how you can still get it, and what you can actually do with it. Hello, I'm Ian and I play with drones, and today I'm playing with a couple of Plus batteries that give you this extra flight time, but crucially also add extra weight that takes the Mini 3 Pro over that magic 250 gram mark. DJI, as I said, have restricted these batteries to only be sold in markets outside Europe and the UK, so it can keep the Mini 3 Pro as a Class 0 model, which gives us way more freedom to fly this model under the EASA-based rules. By preventing the sale of any accessories that take the Mini 3 Pro over 250 grams, DJI can specify the maximum takeoff mass is under 250 grams, and so the Mini 3 keeps its freedom. That said, given the recent announcement from the CAA on the delay and the deliberations on whether the new class system is even fit for purpose, to me this restriction may become a bit pointless. Thank you, Ted. Try again. This restriction may become a little bit pointless. I did a video on that the other week and I'll put a link up there. But look, for now, the only way to get hold of these is to either bring one back on holiday or buy them on eBay or from a third-party seller that is happy to ship them to the UK or Europe, and many of them aren't. But look, I'll be honest, I'm never a fan of buying drones or batteries off eBay. You don't usually get any guarantee, and for this, unfortunately, there are no shortage of listings that are misleadingly using the word Plus, when in fact they're actually just the standard batteries. You need to look for listings that specifically state it's the extended battery if you're going to buy one off eBay. My advice, be very, very careful. That said, can you even use it here? Well, I haven't even flown it yet, but I am reliably informed that DJI have not and will not be introducing any geo restrictions based on the location of flight. So it should take off fine. Is it even legal to use here? Well, yes, is my simple answer to that, but with a caveat. The Plus battery is 40 grams or just under 2 ounces heavier than the standard battery. So when in use, it takes the Mini 3 to 289 grams, meaning in the UK and Europe, you can no longer fly it in congested areas unless you have the A2 CFC, the Certificate of Competence. That allows you to fly a drone up to 500 grams in a congested area, but with no intentional flight over uninvolved people. So yes, it's legal, but you can't fly it in all the places that you can fly the sub 250 gram version. The larger battery gives you the extra flight time, but takes away a little bit of the freedom. And if you don't hold the A2 CFC, then you're banished to open countryside again. And I have to say, I find this a bit of a rubbish situation personally. I don't believe that a drone that is just 40 grams heavier is going to be any more of a real threat to safety. I know they've got to make a cut-off somewhere. I'm hoping the review into the viability of the entire class system that they're trying to implement on drones takes into account the total lack of drone-related accidents that have happened thus far. So does Ted. So look, that is a topic for another day. For now, I've covered the basics. Let's see how you actually use it. The specs state that it will take around 100 minutes to charge with a 30 watt fast charger in the drone, or 78 minutes if you use it in the charging hub. And yes, if you've got the standard combo, it will fit and charge in the standard charging hub. But do remember, you do need a beefy charger. Your typical phone charger will literally take hours to charge it unless it's a very high powered charger. I've done another video on that, on how to get and make sure that the batteries get charged fast, and I'll do another link up there for you. So this particular battery has been charged, and for today I'm simply going to do a simple hover test. The specs state that you get a 47-minute flight time under perfect flying conditions, or just 40 minutes hovering. Now look, it's pretty impossible to try flying 47 minutes in perfect conditions, so I'm going to take the simple hover test and see how the battery goes. Should also point out that lithium-ion batteries do improve over the first 5 to 10 charge cycles, so again you should expect to see it a little bit better once you've used it a bit, because this is on its first charge. Anyway, look, for now, let's get this little beast up and hovering. So the automatic return to home isn't going to kick in as we are closer. I think it's about 20-25 meters from the takeoff point. I'll have to double check that. Okay. So now it's saying it's got 2 minutes until forced landing. Now during the automatic return to home, you can still increase the height or decrease the height. Now I've simply got the low battery warning. When it goes to forced landing, it will try and descend, but I should still be able to push the left stick up to increase the altitude. This is pretty important if you are flying home, say over water, and it tries to do a forced landing. You can still override that by pushing up the left stick and flying forwards. So this way I can still move forwards, I can still move backwards, and I can rotate it. Okay, it's now going to critical low battery. We've got a nasty little warning there. Any second now it is going to try and descend automatically by itself. I'm going to try and override that. Thank you, Ted. And I'll keep the left stick up. So, Teddy, come over here, mate. I can't confirm it. It is going to try landing, but I'm now using my left stick to keep it up. Go forward a little bit, away from the trees. So this really is pushing the battery beyond what you should be doing on a regular basis. But again, if you were coming in over water or somewhere that you couldn't access the drone, you can still override the forced landing with the left stick. Again, you can still turn it, and you can go forwards and backwards. So now saying we've got 2 minutes until the forced landing. I have to say I'm pretty impressed, 36 minutes so far on the hover. The spec was 40 minutes. Right, we're on 0. So now we're on borrowed time. Any second now, it'll force land and I won't be able to override it. So I'm still using the left stick. Almost 39 minutes, that's good going. So over 39 minutes, that's good going. And we're still on borrowed time. May well have a little bit more time up my sleeve because it knows it's actually quite low altitude. I think it's a little bit more fussy about things. If you're still up high, it will override and force the land. So I've still got my left stick on the left stick up to keep it up. "40 minutes, whoa, and there it goes. I cannot override it. Well, look at that. 40 minutes bang on. Well, I have to say that was actually very surprising. Got a little bit more time than I expected, to be honest. The specs stated 40 minutes hovering time. That's pretty much exactly what I got. Like I said, when kicks in the automatic return to home, you can still adjust the height. When it goes into a forced landing, you can still adjust the height for a certain period of time, and then eventually when you get down to that total battery depletion, it will land no matter what you do with the stick. So they're the 3 steps, if you like. It's really not a good idea to drain your battery right down to 0. I'll probably have a few comments saying that I have just ruined this nice new battery that I've got. In truth, I have actually done these down to 0 tests before, and I've never actually noticed a significant damage done to the batteries. But I do know that if you make a habit of draining the lithium-ion batteries down to 0 on a regular basis, their lifespan is going to be shortened. Leaving that aside, it's never a really good idea to push the battery down to 0 because you start making decisions that may not be in the best interest of your drone. So really, my advice is always, when that return to home kicks in, let it come home. And that's one of the advantages of having the combo pack, so you've got some spare batteries. And now for me, one of the advantages of having the new Plus batteries as well. I'll get that extra 10 minutes of flight time up my sleeve. So I now have 5 batteries for my Mini 3 Pro, so that's quite good going. I really should have enough battery power to last the day. Anyway, look, hopefully you found this interesting. If you have, give me a little thumbs up, always helps the video cause. And as ever, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, until next time, have fun, happy flying.